Thank you for tuning in to Terry Swoop Videos. In this video, I wanted to talk about the murder of Captain David Dorn. David Dorn was a hero in his community. He protected and served his community for 40 years. He was shot and killed while doing security at a store. The suspects are on surveillance video killing him. And there's a video on social media showing David Dorn laying there dying, and people are filming him while he's dying. And what really pisses me off is nobody tries to help him. They're just filming him and cracking jokes as he lays there and dies. Why does Black lives only matter when the killer is white? But when we kill each other, there is no outrage. The surveillance video shows 4 suspects robbing the store, and the suspect in the white shirt is the man who pulled the trigger and killed David Dorn. If you have any information, if you've seen these suspects, if you recognize these suspects, I want you to contact the authorities and get these men arrested and taken off the streets. There's a $50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of the suspects who killed David Dorn. And what's pissing me off is why is there any black leaders demanding justice for David Dorn? I'm seeing all these Democrat politicians, all these black leaders demanding justice for George Floyd, but nobody's demanding justice for David Dorn. Because black lives only matter when the killer is white. If the killer is black, these so-called black leaders don't give a shit. They only care about black lives when it fits their narrative. If you only care about black lives when the killer is white, but you don't have anything to say when the killer is black, then you really don't give a shit about black lives. It's hypocritical to only be outraged when the killer is white, but you're quiet as a mouse when the killer is black. There's more black people that have died from these riots the last week that have been killed by the police. But all these black people being killed by these riots, nobody is demanding justice for them. There's several black police officers who have been killed during these riots. Why is nobody demanding justice for them? And then you have all the black business owners who are getting their stores looted and destroyed. Why is nobody donating money to them? Why is nobody demanding justice for them? All these celebrities are donating money to the rioters and the looters who are destroying the communities across the country. They're donating money to Antifa, they're donating money to Black Lives Matter, but they're not donating money to the black business owners and the minority business owners who are getting their businesses destroyed.
That bothers me. You says Black Lives Matter. I work here part-time. Plus I'm a part owner of this store. You said Black Lives Matter. Why don't you choke me? I'm black.
Tell him, sister.
Look what you did to my store.
Tell him, sister.
Look what you did to my store.
Tell him, sister. That's right, because I got they back. These are my dudes right here. Good
Look
men.
at the things you've done.
Good men.
Look.
The Black Lives Matter.
We've been here all night cleaning up. All night cleaning.
And you got black people standing right here with them. Black
Tell
people.
me
That's right.
Black Lives Matter.
Exactly.
You lied. You wanted to loot the store. You needed money. Get a job like I do. Stop stealing. This is the neighborhood. We're trying to build it up and you tearing it down.
I give a lot of money out, like even during the pandemic, I gave out over $20,000 just helping hospitals. And then they come back and break all my windows.
So when I, as a black person, look at the Black Lives Matter movement, I have questions. Like, I always question, why does a black life matter only when a white man takes it? I have that question. Why do we value our lives on the color of the person who takes it? Because where I grew up at in East Oakland, there's been a lot of black people who were killed by other black people, or black people who have killed brown people, or some vice versa and stuff like that. Why is the attention only put on it and only brought up when a white man takes my life? Why are we so tethered with this white black? I just don't get it. We're so tethered in that. Like, if a white man takes my life, it's going to be national news and stuff like that. If a black man takes my life tonight, it might not even be spoken of. You know, and I don't like that. I really want black people to approach their own issues as well. We have internal problems as well. We can't just focus on the external. So that's my internal strife right there. So I grew up in East Oakland. I've seen a lot of violence. I had 2 cousins that were murdered. I didn't know them very well, but they were murdered. They weren't murdered by a white man. They were murdered by a black man. My aunt was devastated by that. She took her years to get over it. She's still not over it. That's black on black crime.
I support peaceful protests. I don't support rioters and looters. And people need to understand the difference between peaceful protesting and rioting and looting. There's a huge difference between the two. But anytime somebody speaks against the rioters and looters, they think they're speaking against the protesters. I'm not speaking against the protesters. I support peaceful protesters. I do not support rioting and looting and destroying black businesses and destroying black neighborhoods. This is not helping bring justice for George Floyd. Even George Floyd's family has came out and said, y'all need to stop the rioting and looting. His brother has came out and said, the rioting and looting needs to stop. It's actually ruining the memory of George Floyd. It's no longer about George Floyd. It's about robbing and stealing from people, attacking people who are randomly walking across the street. There's more people who have died from these riots than who have died from anything else. More people have died from these riots than anything else. But they're trying to say Black Lives Matter. This is why I don't take these people seriously, because they don't care about black lives. All they care about doing is making money off black lives when it fits their political narrative. If it doesn't fit their narrative, they don't give a shit about black lives. CNN only cares about black lives when it fits their narrative. Because nothing gets better ratings than a white person killing a black person. But when you see all these black people being killed during these riots from looters and thugs, CNN doesn't want to report that. CNN hasn't mentioned anything about David Dorn's death. They haven't given 1 minute of coverage to David Dorn's death because his life doesn't fit their narrative. I'm sick and tired of this fake outrage. I'm sick and tired of these false narratives. If Black Lives Matter, then it should matter all the time. It shouldn't only matter when the killer is white. It should matter all the time. And this is exactly what this black woman is talking about when she gets her store robbed. There's this black woman who filmed the video, and she filmed the video right after she was robbed by looters. I want everybody to watch this video and you can understand what I'm saying.
Nobody after checkout, but this nigga just pulled a gun out on not just me, but 5 other black females, and y'all sitting up here really pretending like y'all did this shit over black lives. A black man who looks like me, who should be out there protecting me, just pulled a gun out on me and 5 other sisters. So y'all tell me, keep lying to yourself, talking about this is about black lives. Just pulled a gun out on me because I'm out here trying to clean up what's mine. Y'all so pro-black that y'all anti-black. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about that, right? That's what I worry about. When the police came here, they ain't pull out no gun on me. But my brother did. Just pulled out a gun on us. Because we're trying to stop people from coming in the parking lot. We're trying to stop people from coming in the parking lot and creating more garbage. And this man just pulled a gun out on me and 5 other females. So now I'm in my car and I'm finna go home because at this end of the day, I feel hopeless and there's nothing that I can do. I'm picking up garbage and here goes some old black folks throwing some shit on the ground. Coming in the store, taking stuff and not helping, not asking who needs something. Pull the gun out on me like I'm trash. You supposed to be out here protecting us. That's what y'all supposed to be doing, but you pulled a gun out on me. You pulled the gun out on me. That's what you did. You stood there. And you pulled the gun out. And y'all out here worried about these police officers. Everybody is against us, including us. Out here trying to help. And pulled a gun out on me. Like I'm nobody. Pulled the gun out on me like I'm nobody. Because I'm out here trying to clean up what's mine. I swear to God, I love y'all, but y'all so wrong. And ain't nobody gonna talk about it. We gonna keep crying about these police officers and then turn around and kill each other.
If black lives really matter, then it should matter all the time. It shouldn't only matter when it fits a certain narrative. So I want to encourage a lot of younger black folks to think independently. Think logically. Don't just go along with what's popular on Black Twitter. Don't just go along with what's popular on social media. Because just because something is popular on social media doesn't make it right. On Black Twitter, promoting these rioters and looters is the norm. They're promoting these rioters and looters as being heroes. When these people don't give a shit about George Floyd, these people robbing these stores don't give a damn about George Floyd. They only care about getting some free stuff. They only care about getting a new pair of shoes or a new TV. They're only after materialistic things. They don't give a damn about George Floyd. So when I see a lot of people on social media saying the rioters and the looters are fighting for justice, these people don't give a damn about justice for George Floyd. They wouldn't give a damn about George Floyd. They care about themselves and only themselves. I want to encourage people to be independent thinkers. Don't just go along with the bandwagon. A lot of younger black folks have a habit of just going along with what's popular on Black Twitter. Just because something is popular on Black Twitter doesn't make it true and it doesn't make it right. They're promoting the rioters and the looters, and these people are destroying the black community. They're not helping the black community. So I want to encourage these younger folks to think independently, think logically. A lot of people have different opinions about this topic. Leave a comment, rate, and subscribe.